Hi there, journal goddesses. Grab your journals. It is time for our weekly oracle. But first, let's do our check-in. Gosh, this is one of my favorite parts of our video. Taking a nice deep breath and giving your body some gratitude. Just thank your body for carrying you throughout your day, wherever your day finds you right now. And then check in on all the realms. How are you doing physically, the earth realm? How are you doing emotionally? How are you doing mentally? How are you doing energetically? And how are you doing spiritually? How is your spirit doing? And as you check in on all of those realms, if you notice anything swirling and twirling, just give yourself permission to allow it just to be. Sometimes it dissipates just by you noticing it. And if it doesn't dissipate, then give yourself permission to unpack it after our time together in whatever way you are willing and able to, or not. I am always so glad that you are here, sending you loads and loads of love wherever the world finds you today and whatever goes on. So it's been an intense few weeks here. We're in Mercury in retrograde, so for me, Mercury always feels a little intense communication-wise. And so the other part is that we are in a Pisces. What is Pisces? Pisces is new. Are we in new moon, full moon? Pisces is full. Pisces is full. So Pisces, with that Pisces energy, that is very much about feeling the cries of the world, working shamanically, of course. Pisces feels the cries of the world and wants to do its work for the benefit of spirit. And I gotta tell you, there has been a lot of stuff that has come up, right? I mean, with floods and fires and more floods and everything. So I wanted to, before we got started on our journaling with the oracle, I just wanted to check in with you and just let you know that it is okay. It is okay to unplug. You have permission to unplug. You have permission to not take in stuff so deeply. You have permission to give yourself space just to be, so that you can recharge, so that you can see where your next most effective move will be. And so with that in mind, I thought we could check in individually over the next few weeks. And by individually, I mean I'm going to separate out the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle deck into the individual pieces. And then over the next five weekly Oracle videos, we're going to check in singly with each element. And so we're going to start with Earth. Again, Earth is that physical realm. It's the body, it's the planet, it's anything that you have physically. It's the physicality of it, okay? I just want to make sure that you completely understand that. And so the question that I would like to focus on for this series of videos is, what needs to be cleared from that realm, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, energetic, or spiritual. What needs to be cleared in order for you to take your next steps? And you can apply this particular question deeper. What is it that I need to physically clear in order for me to take my next steps for my goal? What physically needs to be cleared in order for me personally to move forward? What physically needs to be cleared in order for this relationship to move forward? Okay, anything that needs to be cleared on the physical realm. And sometimes it is very simply, it is very not simple, it is very much about clearing out physical things. So it might be, you might get an answer about looking at the corner that you forget that there's a bunch of stuff that you're supposed to take to the donation station. It could be something very, very much like that, whatever you get. And I would love to hear what you get from the card that we select. Okay? So let's take a deep breath together. What needs to be cleared on the earth realm for us to move forward? Grounded is the card that came up. So, in relation to the question that we asked, when you are grounded, this means that you are very connected to the physicalness of what you're what you're doing. You're connected to the step-by-step process of what is happening, rather than spinning your wheels and having all of these half-finished projects. Hello, I am a knitter, and I have, I don't know, about 4 projects. I have 4 knitting projects, and I have 3 crochet projects that are not finished. Obviously, I'm spinning my physical creation energy out too far with all of these projects that aren't finished. So, for me, this card grounded means for me to physically ground into the step-by-step process, move through the step-by-step process of completion in order for me to move things forward. So I'm going to give you a minute or two here, and I'm going to give myself a minute or two here to be with that question. Is there anything else that I need to ground in order to move forward? Whoops, sorry. Another thing that just came up for me was to physically look on the ground and see what I have on the ground in my house that is that's not supposed to be there, and find a home for it. Put it back in its home. If it doesn't have a home and I'm having a problem finding a home for it, reassess its value. Reassess what I need. Do I really need this? And another thing that just came up, look internally. What physically do you need to ground? Do you need to, instead of, oh, okay, so for me, instead of keeping all of the my regular routines and things in my head, do I need to ground them by writing them down on paper? So I have a morning ritual and an evening ritual, and I've noticed in the last few weeks that I've only been doing part of my morning ritual, and I've only been doing none of my evening rituals. So I need to write them down. I do need to write them down. So that grounds them on paper. So that way, when I'm just kind of spinning my wheels, because it's easy to pick up my phone and get on my phone at the wrong times and look at other stuff instead of taking care of doing those self-care routines that help me be as vibrant and as energetically uplifted as possible. So I'm going to make a note for myself. And I hope you've gotten like 3 things that you can do, or 3 things that will help ground you and prepare you for the next phase. So for me, I've written down, get my projects done that I have open, or see if there's any more juice for them. If not, pull them apart and put them away. Look on the ground in my house and rehome anything that does not have a home, with the intention of making space for my 4th quarter goals. So that'll be super helpful for me. And to write down my routines so that way I have a place to be able to look and just kind of check in with myself to see if I'm doing all of the things that I want to do in order for me to take the best care of myself. So I hope this has been helpful. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and please share this video, because you sharing helps other people to find me, and I hope that that provides value for you and others. Until next week, please take really, really good care of yourself. Physically, mentally, spiritually, all of the realms. Take very good care of you. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.